Okay, so we're back with the Cadac Entertainer again, and I just want to show you just a couple of the accessories that we've picked up for this and just really how they work. Now the first one, which I really am quite excited about, is the rotisserie, and this sits across the barbecue and allows you to actually, well, roast meat, chickens, joints of meat, all sorts of things. Let's have a quick look inside because I've got it all laid out for you so you can actually see what's involved. Now then, first of all, when you get the kit, you have to attach a couple of brackets each side. There's one, easy to attach, just a couple of screws and some bolts there inside. And very similar the other side, you've got a couple of bolts there as well. And let me just take the rotisserie off. And there's the other larger bracket on the other side. Very simple to attach. Now, this is the rotisserie unit. You can run it off mains. I've got it plugged into the mains, but you can also put some rather large batteries inside it there. So if you're not near the mains and you're in the garden, then wallop a couple of big batteries in there and it should work. And then that has got a couple of slots on the side, just slots on the side there. Okay, you can see where the bar of the rotisserie goes into it, and then you have your on-off switch just here on the side, which starts that going, but we'll come to that in a second. And then you have the other parts to put together, which really are quite easy to assemble. First of all, you have a handle here, which screws on to the main bar. Now, Mrs. T isn't with me, so I'm going to show you what that looks like once it's assembled. There you go. Took me all of 5 seconds to actually screw that on there. So that was a very easy thing to do. The second thing you have is this little section here that slides onto this bar and then you secure in place. And what this does, this sits on this bracket here. So it allows for the rotation without that actual bar getting caught on the barbecue. So I'm going to slide that on and then we'll have a look just to see what that looks like. There you go, slid onto that main bar. Now I haven't secured this yet because I don't need to do that until I have the whole thing in place and sitting on those brackets. And then once I've done that, I can actually secure that in the right place. The next thing to add is one of the pincers or the forks, which will actually hold your joint or your chicken in place. So I'm going to slide that onto this bar as well. There you go, all done. And you can see it has a securing nut here. Just really, so it secures and tightens that up on the bar. And you can see that doesn't move around, that keeps it quite secure. And what you do is you bring your chicken or your joint of meat up to those forks and push it in there so it holds it secure. Then we've got an extension section here, which will go on the middle. That just goes on, screws on here. And then you have the other main section there that will screw on the other end of this bar. And then of course you put that fork section in there which holds the other chicken or the other end of the chicken or the meat. So I'm going to assemble all that now and then show you what it's like assembled. There you go. Now I think you can get some idea of how this looks. You've got your 2 forks, one there and the other one there. And these slide up and down these bars. So depending on the size of the joint of meat that you're cooking on here or how many chickens you want to put on here and roast at the same time, you've got that flexibility of moving these up and down. And then all we need to do is slide this end here. You'll see it's like a square bar and that fits inside there, and then obviously that will be grasped and is part of the rotisserie. And then this end section sits on there and then allows it to spin freely. So I'm going to mount that, and then we'll have a look just to see what it looks like once it's all mounted. So there you go. You can see that the end bar is in the rotisserie unit at the end there, and then that goes all the way along the barbecue, and then that joint sits on there, which allows that to rotate smoothly. And you've got a handle here that you can hold when you're bringing the chickens off. Now, as I said, you've got the flexibility here of having these as wide as you want, because you've got screws here that allows you to move them up and down this bar. Now, what I'm going to do when I do the first rotisserie, I'm going to put 3 chickens in here and roast them all at the same time, just to try and show you how easy it will be to do a big family barbecue. But there's so much more you could do on here. You could put a big leg of lamb on there. You could put a big joint of beef. You could put a big joint of pork. You know, there are no limits to what we can roast on here. And once the meat and everything is in place, all you need to do then is to flick the switch on the side here, and there you go. You can see that rotates nice and slowly. So if you've got a nice hot barbecue going on down here, and then you can bring that lid down and just leave that meat to spin slowly and cook, and it will be absolutely amazing. Now, I've got some little metal trays that I'm going to place underneath here that will actually catch the drips of the fat and those juices. But what I want to try and do at the same time is put some vegetables in there and some potatoes, so we can roast those at the same time, but using those juices. So there's the rotisserie. Look out for the video when we're going to do the chickens and the veg and the potatoes. I'm going to switch that off here now. And then I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to show you the other accessory that we got with the Cadac Entertainer. Okay, so here's the other accessory I've got. And it's a good old baking stone, which I think is going to be such an asset to this Cadac Entertainer. And what can we do on this baking stone? Well, we can do pizzas, we can make naan breads, we could do pancakes, we could do all sorts of things. I'm going to try and use it to cook some bread on it as well, some rolls, some muffins, some croissants, just to see how successful it is. So let's unpack it and let's have a look to see what it actually looks like. Ta-da! And there it is. It looks exactly as it did on the box. It's a good sized stone. It's very heavy. It comes with handles both ends, but I certainly wouldn't want to pick those handles up when it's hot. But at least you've got, with a good oven cloth, you should be able to do that. You can get a good sized pizza on that, you really can. And I think that will be pretty amazing. What better do to get the kids involved in cooking? Get them making their own pizzas, put them on the top there, really hot oven, whiz the lid down, give it about a minute, minute and a half in a hot oven, lid up, and voila, they'll have their pizzas. Absolutely brilliant. Really engages the kids and the rest of the family into barbecuing and making their own food. It's got to be a winner. So well done, Cadac, yet again. And don't forget, this is the Cadac Entertainer. This is the big family barbecue. So we're going to be doing some pizzas and naan breads and pancakes and all sorts of things on here in the future, so watch out for them. And if you've got any ideas, then let us know. If you want us to try, or you want us to try something on your behalf, give us a shout and we'll try and give it a go. That's it for now. That's just a couple of really good accessories we've got with the Cadac. Please, please, please give us a thumbs up if you found those of interest and it's helped you to make a decision of what you want to do, whether you're looking at this or whether you want some ideas for the future. And don't forget, hit that red button and subscribe, because the more you subscribe, the more of these little things we can bring you. And hopefully, again, as I said, helps you make a decision if this is the sort of thing that you want. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe and bye for now.